Welcome back, folks. It is Luch Dog in the Morning at LITM Podcast, and we've got another awesome interview for you today, Monday. Happy day. A little rainy outside here in D.C., but I want to get you guys laughing early. He just played Dangerfields Comedy Club. Sounds like he's from D.C. He is straight from New York. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Friend of the show, DC the comedian. What's up, man?
What's up? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I am wondering, does anybody actually confuse the fact that you're in New York or D.C.? Because I absolutely thought you were from down here in Northern Virginia.
Man, let me tell you, every time I do a comedy show, they always fuck it up. I tell them I'm from Manhattan, and they just be like, D.C. from Washington, D.C. It's like, how do you fuck that up?
Have you ever been down here?
I've been to D.C. for when I was in high school. I was looking at some colleges, and my teacher was kind of pushing the whole, black issues, and I was like, listen, I'm not trying to be a statistic. I'm just trying to go to look for a right school where I can get my education and do what I got to do.
So basically, we're the elementary school field trip for everyone up north.
Well, that shit. It was so boring. I was like, yo, listen, I get it. The nation, the national monuments and all this. I was just like, this place is so fucking boring.
Yeah, it really isn't fun for the elementary schools. A lot of fun as an adult, though. A lot of good times. Not as fun as New York, but you just did the Dangerfield Comedy Club. So yes. Without worry of a fire maybe in the background, is your smoke detector all right? Are you? Is that what I'm hearing back there?
Nah, it's not my fish tank.
What?
I got my fish. Yeah, I got my fish tank. Yeah. People don't believe it. As big as I am, everybody think I got like a big ass dog or a cat. Nah, motherfuckers, I got fish.
I like fish. Calming.
I got fish. I got some aggressive. You put your finger, you're losing something kind of fish. You know what I'm saying?
I can imagine, because as a comedian, I know what you're talking about. It can be very stressful. It might be nice to just come home after a long show, maybe a bad show.
And they are peaceful.
And just watch, just hang. So tell me, DC the comedian, you were talking, Dangerfields Comedy Club didn't go as you've expected.
Yes, it did not.
I just want to preface this with, it's hard playing a big show because you have a lot of expectations leading up to that, and it's really hard for those nights to meet up to those expectations. Right. I'm wondering if you can talk to us about that, how it went.
Well, I prep for this show a lot, and like I said, where I work at is I work with a lot of celebrities and regular Joes and stuff, and I promoted the show. I made flyers. Like, this is something I ain't never did, and the fact of the matter is, what hurt the most was that I guess I did it around St. Patrick's Day, so everybody was kind of hungover. So I didn't get a big outcome as I usually do. Only like 2 people showed up out of like probably 40 or 50 that I invited, and that kind of, it hit home for a little bit. But I guess what sucks for me is that I hate when people text me the day of that they can't make it instead of just not showing up.
As if that was good enough for you and like it means something. Like, dude, I need you in the crowd. Do you know what it feels like to tell jokes to 2 people?
Yo, yeah, right. And then, the shit that sucked was that I had to switch 8 minutes of material down to 5, and I had to do it, and like the crowd was a lot older, so I had to do older. Not
what
really
crowd?
Older jokes,
all 2 of them?
Nah, it was a few people.
Oh, 2 of your people came.
Yeah, two of my people came.
Dude, yeah. I'm sitting here picturing literally 2 people in the audience.
Nah, don't do that.
That'd be terrible. You see how many
followers I got? Yeah.
I know, and that's why I'm like, it must have been jarring for you, because I see you do very well. Obviously, you're very successful in your craft. I know when I've played shows before, I've played for 2,500, 3,000 people. I've played for 5, and I would so much rather play for $3,000. I hate playing a show of 3 people. It's so depressing, man, when there's nobody in the audience. It
really was. And then, some of the jokes I thought they were just in the face, but some of them just kind of went over the head. But like I said, that crowd was, it was like heaven. It was all old people. I was like, oh. Tell me about when you killed it. When's an experience when you just got off stage and you were just like, "Yep." Oh man, I think the last club I did where I feel like I just totally took control was Eastville. I had 75 people come out, and the show was definitely not organized. The guy was just like, since you brought the most people, we'll save you best for last. And he like called other people. Long story short, when I got on, I had people spitting out their drink. I had at least 6 to 7 people piss on themselves.
Wow.
Like people
Bodily
like
functions.
like people I could not believe. And then most of the stuff I say, I don't write down. It just comes off the top of the head. So
You're like Biggie
it was a great
Smalls.
feeling.
You're like the Biggie Smalls of comedy.
Right. I was just like, it was all a dream, you know? I had to.
All right, so tell me, you can find him on Instagram, DC the Comedian _ Snapchat, Louis _ Vuitton. That's LUEY _ VUITTON.
Right.
He's basically DC Savage. His YouTube page is Donald61989.
Yep.
He's killing it everywhere as in the comedic front. I want to know. You said you're a fan of our show. You said you wanted to come at me with something. So what do you got, sir?
Yeah, like I was looking. I think you had a video posted about some guy that was talking about how he couldn't, how he was trying to find a girlfriend or something, go on a date. I was like, look at this fucking bully. I was like, look at him. I said, I want him to try that shit. Nah, I'm just joking. I
want it. I don't know. I honestly don't know which one you're talking about. We were trying to get somebody on a date.
I will tag you. I will tag you in the video. It was just like, you were like, for real? So you can't find a girlfriend? I think that was, I have to be sure it was in your video. I know I was looking at your page a lot, though, for sure.
Let's see if he can come to the conclusion that all of my previous guests usually come to. Ideally, you're on my side. We'll find out. DC the Comedian, if you've got a loving relationship and in the loving relationship, not yours, but just any random one,
right.
naked pictures are sent back and forth. Once the relationship is over for whatever reason, is the person who received the naked pictures of the other expected to delete those pictures, or are they allowed to keep them?
Well, personally, I feel that you're allowed to keep them. I mean, it's kind of up in the air. Most people will delete them because they don't want they really don't want the idea of somebody being exposed. But that's just a woman's intuition.
We're not gonna do anything with. Well, I guess. What do you think? What percentage of men would do something with it?
I mean, it depends on the relationship.
Of men, we're talking about all men. DC the Comedian.
Most men, 100%. Men will not. Listen, I've gotten way crazier pictures in the past. I would not delete no pictures because it might be that time I get lonely and I want to rub one out.
Not gonna.
Just saying.
Okay, now we went down 2 different paths. I like where you went. I see where you're going.
And
my actual question is, what percentage of men, of all men, would actually do something terrible with that picture and put it out there? That the women need to worry about.
I'm going to go with 10%.
10% of men are what the women need to worry about. 10%. I think that's high. That's high. Maybe
high. I mean, yeah.
Maybe 8, maybe 7, but 10. Damn, I don't know.
You could go. You could say 8, but I'm going with 10 because you have those guys that are spiteful, and you got those guys that are just jealous that they're like, oh, she can't be with nobody else, so I'm just gonna leak them so everybody can see the goodies.
So, do you have a message to those men in the 8%? Do you have anything to say to them?
Stop fucking it up for us. Shit. You want to, you better look at porn if you want to see somebody else's titties or whatever. Pretend it's your ex or something.
You're ruining it for the rest of us.
You're right, because then I don't know. That's how they be. Oh, I don't want to send you pictures. You might do something. No, that's not me. I'm not Jerry. Nah, I'm not Jerry from 4 years ago. No.
Instagram, DC the Comedian _ Snapchat, Louis _ Vuitton. Tell me about your Snapchat before I let you go here, because I know you said you do a lot with that. What is the deal there? Oh, man,
my Snap, I am literally, for my Snapchat, I'm a walking meme. That's what the hell I am. Okay. I'm the type of guy where I give advice, but I also speak my mind, which is what I'm also promoting on my hats that I got to also, if I go down to Washington, I'm going to give you one.
Come down here. We'll do a show together. We'll kill it.
It's keeping it 100. The whole objective of that is to pretty much say what it is. Ain't no sense of lying. There's no point of hiding shit. Whenever I'm talking to somebody, I let them know, listen, we got intimate. It was horrible. I'm going to call somebody else. You got to say what it is.
Yeah.
You can't sugarcoat nothing. So I just feel like with the Snapchat, it brought a lot of life to who I am. And it kind of literally discovered who the hell I was, because I would just say things, and it just got to a point where I was like, you know what? I want to be able to have my comedy, but have a psychological twist to it.
Again, Snapchat, you can find him Louis_Vuitton, LUEY_VUITTON. Instagram, DC the comedian _ When you do, I know right now you're working on your craft, you're getting everything back in line for your next round of tours. When you get something on the books coming up in the next season or two, will you come back on the show and promote it?
I will definitely do that. I actually want to go to DC and, it's off my bucket list where I wanted to perform a club out there. I was looking into
We'll
some
show
stuff.
you a different world than your elementary school teachers did, sir.
Yeah, because I was about to run away. I was not going to lie to you. I was ready to take a bullet, about to climb the White House, just to take a bullet so I ain't go back.
I'm out. Awesome. All right, man. Well, thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate your time. You guys stay right there. We'll be back after this. He is DC the comedian. We'll see you in a bit. It is Luch Dog in the Morning at LITM Podcast.
This is DC the comedian, and you are listening to Luch Dog in the Morning.